Hello everyone, welcome back to Edible Abundance Homestead. And today I am back out here in my chicken coop again. But actually today it's a beautiful day. It's warm and sunny and the forecast is looking great for the next week or so. Highs up in the 70s, even hitting 80. Lows at night, maybe down around 60 is all. And so I did something today, completely unplanned. They're gone. I came out here around lunchtime and those Cornish Cross were just panting and holding their wings away from their body the way they do when they get hot, and they just looked miserable. And I was looking at them, and it's hot in here. I mean, I'm not sweating, but I feel like I will be soon. So having looked at the forecast the other day and looking at them out here just panting and having a tough time with the heat, I moved them outside. And I'll take you out and I'll show you where they are, but I basically, because I didn't plan to do it, I was going to do it at night. I was going to bring a box out and do, maybe 6 to 8 at a time in a box at night when they're easy to move because they're, drowsy or whatever. And I just saw them and I just didn't want to wait any longer. Not to mention, it's really getting irritating because you can see the sides on this are not tall at all. So they're hopping out of it, which is fine. That doesn't really bother me. But when I come out here to give them food, I used to pick the food like trays up, set them outside their area, fill them with food, set them back in so that I wasn't getting bothered when I was doing that. Well, now they see me come out, they jump out and they're trying to get in there and eat while I'm trying to fill the trays, and it was making a mess. So that was getting really irritating. And then also keeping their water cleaned out was such a pain. It was full of bedding every time I came out here. I mean, they had it disgusting and full of bedding within a couple hours of me cleaning it, and it was just getting old. So I was wasting a lot of water too because I was having to dump the water, clean it out, refill the whole thing. They had a 3-gallon jug. I shouldn't have been having to refill 3 gallons every day because they were getting it so gross so fast. So anyway, so I moved that out there with them. So I'll take you out there and show you them. They are with the older hen whose head got pecked, and I call them the teenagers, the chicks that I got in February. So they're what now, like 3 months old, 4 months old, 3 months old probably. So what I've been doing the past few nights is every time I come out and lock up chickens, I'll grab 2 or 3 of those older chicks and move them in here, and I just set them up on the roost bar with the older girls and rooster. And that way, instead of trying to move them all in one big go, I'm just doing a few at a time. But so there's still probably, I don't know, maybe 6 out there, maybe not quite that many. So tonight I'll have to grab the rest of them and move them all in because that area is really too small for all of them to be out there. They were getting big enough that they're really starting to dig up the yard. And one of the goals with that movable coop and mini run that's next to it is that it's not destroying the yard. That it's when we're raising meat chickens, they can be out there and they can be on fresh grass every day, and it spreads out their poop and it doesn't destroy our lawn. And right now, those heritage breeds especially, they want to dig and they want to till up, look for worms and bugs and everything. And so they're starting to kind of make holes out there. The Cornish Cross will do that, but they won't do it nearly as badly. So it's time for them to get moved. So I'll just take you out there and give you a quick look at them. All right, here they are. Looking so much happier out here on the grass. I run them along this tree line here to help give them as much shade as I possibly can. Plus I have this is from like a deck umbrella, I guess. It blew into our yard during a storm. And at first it's like, oh, just, it's just trashed. We'll just toss it. And I was like, let's hang on to it. And then I decided to put it on here and it works great. It just gives them a little bit of extra shade. Oh, here's I'm getting talked to. Hello. You guys talking to me? You guys get to move into the big coop tonight. I see 3 or 4 of them in there and 2 more out here. So yeah, there's at least 6 of those guys in here. There's the one whose head's pecked. I'm not sure her head will ever fully heal at this point. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So did I mention today's May 17th? These guys will be butchered in like probably the second week in June or so. I have family visiting, and so I'll do it while they're here to help with childcare, if nothing else. So when they get butchered, my rooster has started kind of attacking me a bit. Not terribly, not every single time, but enough that it makes me nervous to go out there with him. So he's gonna have to go too. I will not stand for a rooster that attacks me, because sometimes my kids don't always help, but sometimes they do, and I'm not willing to put my kids in that situation. So we're gonna see what happens with her head between now and then. If the skin is never gonna heal over her skull, because you can literally see the bone of her skull right now, I think it's probably in everyone's best interest to go ahead and cull her. I feel bad about that, but I don't have time to baby a chicken, so just a minute. I also debated, you can see I brought these heritage Easter eggers and such. I think that one is I think that's a blue laced Wyandotte right there. But anyway, they are the same age as the Cornish Cross, but they're obviously much smaller. I considered leaving them inside, but then I realized there's only 4 of them. Is that right? 4? No, 5 of them. And being with these Cornish Cross provides them a lot of warmth. I think that they will be better off out here cuddled up with these giant Cornish Cross heaters than they would in the coop, either huddling together or under the heat lamp. I'm really looking forward to not having that heat lamp on in there anymore too. So I want to look into getting those heating plates rather than the heating lamps. So anyway, here they are. Oh, they're over there. Somebody found some food. They remembered they had food over there or something. Alright, I'm back in my chicken coop. I had to come in here and save one of my teenagers. She got in the fencing where the little ones had been and couldn't figure out how to get out again, so I had to come in here and save her. I'm hoping to do a little garden update in the next couple of days. I've gotten quite a few things planted. It's looking different. Things are growing, so I'd love to capture that. I also want to talk about a bit more about what I'm harvesting and then what I do with it. I feel like I watch a lot of Homestead videos. I watch a lot of cooking and meal planning videos. So I'd love to kind of fill in that space in between where what am I harvesting and then how are we eating it or preserving it. So I talked about, I got the flats of strawberries, I made jam, I froze them. I also ended up dehydrating a bunch and my kids loved the dehydrated strawberries. That was a huge hit. So things like that. So I'll do that in the next couple of days. Things got kind of derailed yesterday. We went to get chicken food. I get it from a farmer who's about an hour or so away, hour and a half. And we went down, and the city near him has a really cute little zoo. So we went down to go to the zoo, pick up the chicken food, and then that was going to be our day. And then I had really bad car trouble, which resulted in my car still being at the dealership now with the empty chicken food containers in the back. So at some point, I'm going to have to go down, get my car, swing out to the farm, pick up the chicken food that's sitting there waiting for me now. And that's going to eat up a whole nother part of a day. Although I'm hoping to do it without kids so that we don't have to stop at the zoo and so that it won't take a whole day. It can hopefully just take a few hours. So anyway, I think that's going to be it for today, or I could take you to the garden, but then this video would be ridiculously long. So we'll save the garden for another day. I'm going to go out and plant a few more things, hopefully maybe do a little weeding, and we have some dance recital preparations that need to be made. So I'm going to be working on that today too. So thank you for watching.